Good morning, dear friends, and welcome back to exploring the east side of Manhattan and the little hidden secret gems of what's at the ends of all of the streets in the 50s. Here we are today on East 52nd Street, which is a cul-de-sac. That is the section between First Avenue and the river. There is no pocket park at the end of this particular street. It is at the very beginning of the area known as Beekman Place, which we will explore at another time. But at the end of the street are two very famous historic residential buildings that we're going to talk about. So come with me at the end of the street to explore more about East 52nd Street between First and the East River. Welcome back, dear friends, and here we are at the far end of East 52nd Street between First Avenue and the river. And you can see, in spite of the fact that there is no pocket park here at the end, but it has a beautiful view of the East River and the skyline beyond that. And there are two very prominent historic residential buildings here at the far end. One of them is just behind me, which is 450 East 52nd Street, which I'm going to discuss with you. And one of the reasons why this building is so famous is because Greta Garbo lived here during much of her life, actually from 1954 until the time she passed away in 1990. She particularly chose the building because of its discreet location and being at the far end of the street. The building's name is Campanile and has a lot of old world charm. In fact, Greta Garbo's apartment, which consisted of 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, had a pine wood paneling throughout and some Scandinavian charm in some of the rooms, which reminded her of her growing up years in Stockholm, Sweden. The apartment actually, after she passed away, was on the market a few times, and once was on the market for $2.5 million to $3 million, and the actual owner paid more than $8 million because they had a fascination and association with the legendary Greta Garbo, the Hollywood celebrity. So here we are at the end of East 52nd Street with two historic buildings, little hidden secret gems, and we're going to explore more of this area in just a moment. Thank you. Welcome back, dear friends. So the other historic building at the far end of East 52nd Street is very, very famous. Probably one of the most expensive, exclusive buildings in all of Manhattan in New York, called the River House. The River House is also well known for rejecting high-profile celebrity people to live in the building, although there is a long list of notable residents who do live in the building. The River House was constructed in 1930, and actually it's difficult to see right now with all the scaffolding and they're refreshing the facade, but it is one of the most prime examples of the Art Deco period in New York. And it's 26 stories and has even a little spire on the very, very top of it. If I move the camera, you might be able to see the very, very top. Many of the residences have outdoor terraces and gardens. There is a lawn with a tennis court and a garden in back. And in fact, when the building opened in 1931, there was even a marina and a dock and a pier so residents could bring their own yachts to and from the building. What's also amazing about this building is that it was also a private club called the River Club, which was inside the building, which many of the owners of the building, of course, belonged to and paid an annual membership fee. This particular section of what was the River Club is 62,000 square feet and actually is for sale as a private residence for anyone who'd like to buy it. I believe the asking price is $130 million, which if anyone purchased it, it would make it the most expensive residential piece of property in all of Manhattan. So again, here we are today, dear friends, at the end of East 52nd Street, another piece of New York history. Please stay tuned for Beekman Place coming up next, and have a great day, everyone. Thank you.